This is the #1 credit repair mistake that people make when dealing with hoe-ass debt collectors. If you've got a collection account on your credit report, don't pay a dime until you watch this. They don't want you to know this. The credit bureaus, the collection companies, the shady third-party debt buyers, they're praying you never see this video. Because if you knew the truth about collections, you'd never pay them the way they want. You'd never fear them the way they expect. And you could flip the script entirely, legally wiping debts off your credit report even if you owed it. This video could be the difference between a 530 and a 730, between paying $20,000 in interest or paying nothing. So sit tight, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm giving you the truth they hide in the fine print. Here's why this is one of the most important videos you'll ever watch. 35% of your credit score is based on payment history, and collections hit that hard. Even paid collections can destroy your credit score. You're judged by lenders, landlords, even employers, all based on this same exact data. Fixing this isn't just about credit, it's about freedom. It all starts with understanding how collections really work. I'm gonna break this down into 5 truths that you do not want to miss, and then right after that, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to remove those collections the right way. So let's not waste any more time, and let's jump into truth #1. Most collections are not verified. Here's the first truth they hope you never discover. Most collections on your credit report are not legally verified. Debt collectors buy your info for pennies on the dollar, then report it to the bureaus with zero documentation. I mean, think about it. Isn't that kind of crazy? But under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, they are required to prove it. But in most cases, they can't. That means you can legally dispute it and delete them, not hide them, not negotiate them, erase them. Now, moving on to truth #2. Paying collections the wrong way can drop your credit score. This next part is gonna truly blow your mind, and I don't think that enough people talk about it. Because paying a collection the wrong way can actually lower your credit score. And you're probably saying, but why? I'm paying the debt. Because once you pay it, it updates the collection to paid, but keeps it on the credit report for 7 years. Lenders still see it, algorithms still punish it, but here's the kicker. If you disputed it properly and had removed it, it'd be like it never existed. That's the real power. Removal is greater than a payment. Because listen, I'm never gonna tell you, oh, don't pay your debts. You don't have to pay those debts. No, that's not what I'm saying here. You have to understand something very clearly. If you pay it and it's not deleted, it's still hurting your credit score because it still has the status of collection or charge off. Paying it does not help your credit score in any way, shape, or form. You have to delete it. Moving on to truth #3, you can challenge the legitimacy of the debt. Every collection must be backed by paperwork that proves the next 3 things. They own the debt, you owe the exact amount, they're legally allowed to collect it. If they can't do all that, you can fire off a debt validation letter under the FDCPA, which is the Fair Debt Collectors Practices Act. And this forces them to prove it. And here's the truth, most of them can't. They'll fold, they'll delete it, they'd rather walk away than get sued for violations. But here's the thing, you don't want to send some old, outdated debt validation letter from 1990, the one that's been circulating all over every social media platform. You want to request the purchase agreement signed by all parties involved. Now let's put this letter up on the screen. I showed it in another video because it's very powerful, and a lot of people don't understand because you keep asking for something that doesn't exist. A lot of people say, show me a wet signature. I want to see the original contract with the wet signature. Again, you're asking for something that doesn't exist. But pay attention to what this letter says. I notice you are attempting to collect the listed alleged debt. I hereby dispute the validity of the alleged debt listed below entirely. I also request verification of the alleged debt, specifically a copy of the original purchase agreement. Agreement must be with the original creditor and signed by all parties involved. I am requesting this because I have had different companies reach out to me about the same alleged debt. That whole paragraph is very powerful, and people never use this to their advantage. And the second part is even more powerful. I am requesting immediate deletion of all prior reporting made to any consumer reporting agency, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and Innovis. You must cease collection efforts until the alleged debt is validated. You must show proof that you legally own this alleged debt and that it is accurate and complete. And then sincerely, you put your name, your date of birth if you want to, your mailing address. You can just put your mailing address. And listen, it doesn't matter if you sign it. I don't give a damn what all these amateurs on social media are saying. Oh, they're gonna take your signature and they're gonna transfer it over to, it's not true, okay? Those are amateurs that don't do credit repair saying that. We've never seen that done, okay? And I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just telling you, I've been doing this now for 14 years. And we've never seen that nonsense. You can sign it or you can just print it. Whatever you choose, it doesn't matter. It's not that serious. Now moving on to truth number 4. You might not even owe it anymore. Yes, you heard that. Because this is another thing they pray you never learn. Debts expire. Every state has a statute of limitation, usually 3 to 6 years, where they can no longer sue you after the statute of limitations has expired. Literally, they can still call, they can still send letters, still report it, but legally, they can't do a thing in court once time is up. This is what we call a time-barred debt. Don't restart the clock by making a payment or admitting to the debt. Silence is strategy. And you can literally go on Google and type in statute of limitations for debt in California, statute of limitations for debt in Georgia, and it will come up and tell you what the statute of limitations is per your state, so you can know if this debt is time-barred and you can no longer be sued. And before you come into the questions and you ask me, well, when does the debt clock start? The debt clock starts 30 days after your first missed payment that caused you to become delinquent. That's what's called the first date of delinquency. You can only find that on your credit report at annualcreditreport.com, which is 100% free if you want to pull your credit reports there. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Luis. Luis's credit score went up 261 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. And Jency's credit score went up 225 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. But let's not forget James. James's credit score went up 207 points after just one round with DisputeBeast. DisputeBeast's link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. Now moving on to truth number 5. You have rights they won't tell you about. Of course they won't tell you about them. Debt collectors love playing dirty. Always remember this one golden rule. Debt collectors lie 100% of the time. Debt collectors love playing dirty. Harassing calls, threats, embarrassment. But guess what? Under the FDCPA, they cannot do the following things. Call you before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m., harass or threaten you, talk to your boss or family about the alleged debt, lie about what you owe. If they do any of this, you can sue them and win $1,000 or more in damages per violation. Your rights are power, but only if you know them. And understand something. If you're going to sue them, I would highly suggest that you sue them in small claims court, because going through the legal process with an attorney is very lengthy and very exhausting. And a lot of these attorneys don't really like to fight against debt collectors. Just keeping it 100 with you. And at the end of the day, all of these consumer law attorneys all talk a big game. And at the end of the day, they don't really want to go up against debt collectors because it's a lot of paperwork and it costs them a lot of money. Unless they know they have a solid case with 100% proof, you ain't got nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? So understand it. That's why it's important. If you have the proof, sue them in small claims court. Save yourself the headache of even dealing with an attorney when you can do it on your own. Now for the most important part, how to remove the collections the right way. There are going to be 5 very important steps in this part right here. So here's how you do it the right way. Step number 1, you're going to pull all 3 credit reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. They're all 100% free from annualcreditreport.com. But also don't forget to pull the secondary credit reporting agencies also. And you can also get those reports for free from LexisNexis, LCI, Innovis, ARS, Credco, Pro, Clarity, DataX, Microbuilt, and Factor Trust. You need to attack it everywhere. Do not freeze the secondary credit reporting agencies, because then you're gonna leave them there, and then when they delete it from the big 3 credit reporting agencies, it's gonna pop back on your credit report. That's why things come back after they're deleted, because you did not eradicate it everywhere. So remember, there's no point in freezing them. You must attack the secondary credit reporting agencies. If you don't do that, you're wasting your time. Number 2, we're going to send a debt validation letter to the collection company. Very simple, I gave you the letter earlier. But you're also going to dispute the collection with the credit bureaus, every single one of them. And you're going to send the exact same debt validation letter to the credit bureaus. I know a lot of people say, what? Yes, send that exact same letter to the credit bureaus. And number 4, if no response in 30 days, demand removal. And number 5, report violations to the CFPB. The CFPB only has 200 employees currently working there, but they are still in fact working. So you can file a complaint. Now remember, you have to dispute first, because the CFPB is a complaint center. It's not a disputing platform. Once you've disputed, then you upload your complaint into the CFPB system with your proof of the letters that you sent and the response that you got from the credit bureaus, the collection companies, whoever it may be, and they didn't actually give you proof. Last part's the most important. Now the big question is, but what happens, Mike, if they send me proof? They're not going to send you proof. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never seen them send a purchase agreement, because when the debt is purchased, it's purchased all together in one big debt ball. It's thousands, possibly hundreds of people's different debts. And by law, they cannot show you the other debts of other people under the FDCPA. And yes, this is a lot of work. I get it. So if you want it done faster and handled for you, you can use DisputeBeast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created, that comes with a 110% money back guarantee, and it's 100% mobile friendly, meaning you can literally fix your credit from your phone with no need for a computer or a printer. And before you ask me, yes, DisputeBeast attacks all of the credit reporting agencies, all 12 of them that we just talked about. And it also attacks the creditors also. Link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to use DisputeBeast to fix their credit. I'm gonna leave you with this last thought. I want you to understand something. They are banking on your ignorance. The less you know, the more you pay. This is the moment to flip power back into your hands. Also, make sure to drop a fiery emoji in the comments if you learned something that shocked you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big one on how to delete collections from your credit reports for free if you choose to use it, or use DisputeBeast, whatever works best for you. Now, if you're looking for a credit union with big credit limits that's bad credit friendly, make sure to watch this next video right here, because I break down one of the new up and coming credit unions that a lot of people are not talking about. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.